Hey everyone, what is happening? It is player rankings time. We are back for a brand new season. Liverpool drawing 1-1 with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and it's my job to figure out what we need to do with all of this. Now, if I was better prepared for this, what I would do is have the comments open, which I haven't done because I'm a moron. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to step out here for 2 seconds. I'm going to keep talking though because I'm on a wireless mic, and I'm going to bring my laptop, which should have the comments. Anyway. Smooth from me. Smooth as silk. Look at that. It was like I never went anywhere. Right, Sam. Yeah, you can interact with me using the live show chat here on YouTube. If you are a legend tier subscriber on Redmen Plus, you can use the live show chat channel in our Discord. But yes, what we've got, for those of you unfamiliar, didn't watch us last season perhaps, every show was someone's first show. I'm well aware of that. I'm Paul Machin. 13 years ago, I decided to just talk about Liverpool on the internet with my mates, and here I am now, older, greyer, having seen everything there is to see, and still hungry for more. Right, as you can tell. Right, so 3 rankings, pretty simple. Was a player boss? Was he sound? Or are you messing with that performance? Chloe Bloxham was the one who picked that name. So I'm going to start with the goalie, the holy goalie, the man who has been the saviour of our weekends so much since joining the club, but predominantly over the last 12 months. Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah. Listen, Liverpool have got work to do. There's players to buy. There's systems to learn better. There's match sharpness to gain. If you're going to go through a transitional period, it means that you're not going to be a perfect football team and you're going to concede chances. If you're going to go through that, have the best goalkeeper in the world at your football club while you're doing it, because it covers up a multitude of sins. Yes, absolutely. Little Masero here saying, got it right. Allison. Andy App saying, Ali is always boss. Yeah, get your thoughts in on all these. You just put the player name. If you want to put a more expansive comment, please feel free to. But if you do just want to just put the player name and boss, sound, or you're messing, I'm going to go back to front on the team pretty much to my memory of it anyway. So I'm going to go to Andrew Robertson left, Scottish Red here. Scottish Red here says, I thought Robertson was okay today. Horribly exposed by Sterling and James, though. Yeah, I mean, they wore past around him. It is the simplest way to play attacking football and one of the hardest ones to defend, where, yeah, you just kick the ball to someone and then they pass it around you and you run at pace and you're accelerating into the space, and the person you've got is going from a standing start and often twisting and turning and then accelerating. They played Robbo really well. It was such an interesting tactic from Chelsea to target Liverpool's left-hand side, whereas, you know, historically everyone goes down the other flank. But what it did was, the idea was it was going to free Ben Chilwell up a little bit more, and they nearly got some dividends from that. But thought Trent managed to cover it pretty well ultimately. I thought Robertson had a poor game, I'll be honest. I thought he was in your messing territory, and I can't honestly say during his Liverpool career, not that we've had this show running for this amount of time, but I can't think of many games where I've been left disappointed with Robertson's performance. I'm not convinced this system suits him. I think everyone can get better at it, and he is such a committed worker. He's a brilliant player. He's a leader. I adore Andy Robertson. I think he's a great footy player. I'm not 100% convinced that he should be playing as a left centre-half, or if he is, I'm not 100% convinced he should be allowed the amount of freedom that he's had to bomb on. There's going to come times and places for it. This wasn't away at Stamford Bridge. Didn't feel like it for me, to be honest. Reynard or Dai Tryon says he looked lost on that one. Yeah. Got a couple of people. Low sound says Bossman, and the app says sound. I think the last 15 minutes of the game, I actually thought he was actually here, because he was cutting off passing lanes, he was winning the ball back, he was being front foot, he was being progressive, he was carrying the ball up the pitch, he was playing balls down the channel, trying to start things. But the game had changed by then, and Chelsea had taken the better players off. And I think in the real challenge in the meat of the game, I wasn't totally impressed with Andy Robertson, to be honest. Okay, let's go across the back line, shall we? Verge, I thought Verge was sound. I thought he was high sound. I don't think I don't think we were totally and utterly dominant. You know what? No, actually, I'm being a bit of a fucking prick there. I don't think he was as good as Alisson, but I think Van Dijk was sound. I'm having that. One thing I was a little worried about Van Dijk was this fear of, is he on the way down? Look, he's not getting any younger. He's had a serious injury, bounced back brilliantly, but last season I worried for him. I really did. We need to be careful with him. We don't need to be overplaying him too much. And then the crown has slipped and people are starting to have a go at him more. And he's had the year, built this aura up. Now he needs to fight for it back. It's like, you're the world heavyweight champion, and either now you're at the top of your game and people are coming for your title, or maybe you've had your first defeat and you want to get back on it again. Either way, what you need to do is be a bit more aggressive, train a bit harder, fight a bit more for it. You've got more to lose. The only way is down when you're the best of the best. And I saw that fight from Van Dijk today, and I was very impressed by it, to be honest. I've said it, I've been quite vocal on it, about I'm not convinced of him as Liverpool's captain, but what I've seen in pre-season and I saw in this, I liked Van Dijk's performance, if I'm being perfectly honest. Just going back on the Robertson one, Coley here says, thought Robbo was awful, not his fault, more him not suiting the system. I think that's about right, to be honest. Let me see if I can get some Van Dijk comments. Lee WizKid says, Virgil 50-50 boss/sound. Okay. Virgil looks better here, says Jira beats. Jira V beats. Virgil looks better. Yeah, I agree. He looks more like the Van Dijk. Because the thing is, when he's actually forced to engage, he's bigger, stronger, better, harder, better, faster, stronger. He wins his duels, and his game intelligence is so good. He's just in the right place at the right time. The amount of times he basically just shut the door on stuff. I thought he was really good, to be honest. Konate, what do we think? Konate better or worse than Van Dijk's performance? Yeah, I mean, I've got a point on it. I'm going to save the point on Trent, because Trent is such a hot button topic. I don't think Konate was quite as good as Van Dijk, because I just think he is a little bit more reckless. But that is also, you need to have an aggressive front foot defender in your team. In fact, that's interesting, actually. Lou here saying Konate was the better defender. That's interesting. Is that a general consensus? What do we think? Konate or Van Dijk? But you can do the little more than, less than symbol if you want. And let me know who you thought was best. Forresters said he thought Konate was our man of the match, having a laugh. Yeah. I thought he was fine. I'm asking the question. Yeah, I thought Van Dijk was better than Konate, to be honest. But Charlie Cuddy says I prefer Konate in that game. Viz Viking agrees. Konate he's got in this one. Konate better than VVD. Konate's superior to VVD here. Konate was better. Okay, cool. That's interesting. Konate better than Virgil van Dijk. Okay, cool. I will bow to people's superior voting power on this one. Not really. It's my show. Right, let's move things on. Trent AlexanderArnold, as I said, I've seen a few comments on it already. I thought Trent was sound. High sound. I thought defensively, I thought he was good. Now, the problem he's got is it's like being at the scene of a crime. When you watch the replays back of their equaliser, and you've got Trent kind of jogging towards the goal as the ball goes in, it looks, if you don't, with the risk of getting lost in this, it's easy to just go, who's the nearest man, blame the nearest man. Look at the way it develops. Defence move out, and the header and the timing and the position of it, I think Trent's positioning's right. It comes back so quickly. I don't know. Look, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wildly wrong on this, but I'm not having that. There was a huge problem with Trent. So someone said he shouldn't allow the player to get past them. Well, how do you not allow a player in when there's half a second to react from the ball getting headed out to getting head back in again. How do you stop him without that being a foul? He's in front of you already because that's position. I'm not having it. I'm not having the Trent was a fault for the goal, by the way. And I thought the way that he generally handled the defensive side of the game was great. I thought he got back into position. He put in some good solid tackles, made the clearances that needed to be made. And I thought he was fine. There's a lot of people really upset with my Konate Van Dijk thing, to be honest. Yeah, Trent sound, says Andy App. Yeah, you see, I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, sounds right. Okay, cool. We're going to move on from Trent. Let's go to McAllister. Where are you? Yeah, we're lacking an updated McAllister card at the moment. Let's see what we got here. Right, McAllister. I thought he was boss. Right up there. I thought him and Alisson were our two best players on the pitch. He was really good. Really, really good. And I mentioned this before, he's not played a lot of defensive midfielder. He can do it, clearly. That's now 2 games back-to-back. It's 1 pre-season friendly and then away at Stamford Bridge for your new football team, playing in a position that you weren't bought for. I thought he handled it absolutely brilliantly, to be perfectly honest. And I really, really wish that we just had more. I don't, he's going to have a huge impact on this football team when he plays in his position that we bought him for, which is one of the 8s. I really enjoyed his performance. People saying Trent gives the ball away. Kevin De Bruyne gives the ball away fucking loads. When you're the player whose job it is to create the passes and create mad passing angles and do all these kind of the creative footballers, you give away the possession. Trent Alexander-Arnold is never going to be a 95% pass completion footballer. Never, ever, ever. So, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Right. Cody Gakpo. I thought Cody Gakpo for the first half an hour was there. I thought by the time the second he come off, he was like here. So I'm going to put Cody Gakpo right in the middle of sound. I love him. I think he's absolute magic. He is to the attack what Virgil van Dijk is to defence. He's just bigger, and he's so big and elegant and fast and strong and cultured and creative, and he's got just the right level of kind of bite in his game. He needs a bit more match sharpness. I think we're going to see. I think he's going to be. He's got best player in the Premier League in the next couple of years written all over him for me, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Where we got Dom Szoboszlai. Yeah, I thought he was okay. I think he was a little bit worse than Gakpo. But then again, he actually gets to play the full game. So, the fact that he actually had the energy levels to go deep in that football match, that's a really encouraging positive for him. He was all right. I think, again, that run in the first half when he dribbled into the box showed what he can do. Set pieces, obviously, his corners are good. His willingness, his press was a bit ragged, and it left us a little bit off, and that did cause us a couple of problems, a little bit too reckless, to be honest. But yeah, there we go. It is good, actually. Mr. James makes an interesting point on him. Says, I love this comment to come up, and then I'll be absolutely laughing with that. He said, Sobbo was brilliant, makes very clever fouls. Yeah, he does. He is good at that, to be perfectly honest. And Neon says agreed. Sobbo's sort of, struggling with the physicality. I mean, again, his general levels of fitness, his pace, his direction. He was good. He faded in and out of the game, but to be honest, there were other lads. Gakpo is a good example of this. Faded out of the game and then didn't fade back in. Whereas at least he kind of stayed at about a level for most of the game, to be perfectly honest. Yes, sound. Hugh says, we had 34% possession. How are you rating our midfield so highly? Because I liked, just saying, I thought Cody Gakpo was scintillating, and then he was poo. So he's about sound, right? Here's one from Viz. Sobbo, terrific touch and clever possession. Wow, British stuck in ignorance. Brilliant. I mean, yeah, Brexit in it. Right, let's see who else we got. Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota was probably a bit down here ultimately. He was a real pest. I think when we were good, he was good. But once he gets that knock, I don't think he really gets back in the game. I think that'll do for me. I'm not that bothered, to be honest. Christopher Jordan saying Szoboszlai look like an evolved Emre Can. Yeah, he really does. He's definitely got that vibe. Mo Salah. Where do we stand on Salah? Again, first half an hour. Right up there. Everything after that. Agree? Disagree? Tough game for Mo. Let me see. Salah high boss. Jota's in the Messen category. Sound 6 out of 10. It's not this show. There's Latan. High boss from Viz. Okay, go on. I think Mo. We'll give Mo a nice sort of. We'll average him out around sound. He gets the assist, and he's good value for it. To be perfectly honest, where is LUISDIAZ? What do we think on Louis? Again, I think he's similar. To be honest, I thought he was again electric in the first half. Faded again in the second half, but he does score, so he probably, let's put him a little bit higher than Salah because he did score. So we'll put him up there. I think I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. Right, and then we got to substitute. Harvey Elliott. I thought Harvey was really good when he came on. I'm going to throw Harvey into high sound. He was what we were lacking. Here's what our team didn't seemingly have from like the 40th minute until the minute that he came on, and that was just a bit more enthusiasm. There was one moment where Salah and Trent linked up on the right-hand side, and every part of the passing just looked like, "No, you have it. No, I don't really want it. Oh, it's broken down. Oh, what a shame." Whereas Elliott comes on, he's like, pew, pew, pew. Give the ball, let me make things happen. I'm going to carry forward. I'm going to pass through. I'm going to do it. I love Harvey Elliott. I thought he was really good. So yeah, I was pleased with him off the substitutes bench. And then, is there something on the right corner? Is that on the lens? Bear with me. No idea. No idea where that is. Sad. Curtis Jones, thought he was fine. Yeah, sound. He can go in there. Darwin Núñez did frig all, but he was only a substitute. He was going there. Ben Doak, again, looked exciting, but didn't really get enough time on the pitch. That is it for me. Viz says in Salah's genius because the goal was 1-1. Yeah, is that cool? There we go. Sound. Have I been a bit optimistic across the board? Quite possibly. I would suggest, and I know Chelsea. Look, Chelsea did okay. Chelsea dominated the possession. They did. They're the home team. Liverpool's energy levels suffered, and I think there's a world where if that game gets played in September, I think we probably take it more to them. I like the fact that we put trust in the young lads to come on and said, I don't care whether you're Mo Salah. There's been a general malaise across the board in Liverpool. Nobody's immune. Everyone works hard. Everyone empties the tank in every given game, and we go from there. Mark Ball says, I've been very generous. Yeah, I suppose you might be right, but I'm a very generous kind of guy. What can I say? So generous that I'm going to give you just 50% off a yearly subscription on redmenplus.com. I say me. We made the code on Friday. It's Caicedo. CAICEDO. Go to redmenplus.com, choose a yearly captain subscription, use the code Caicedo, and you get 50% off an entire year of Redmen Plus documentaries, features, interviews. There's 2 post-match podcasts. The second one is the player ratings being recorded live on our platform right now. It turns off at midnight. We were hoping to have a big old celebration of Caicedo, but don't worry. Liverpool have clearly got £115 million to spend in the next 2 weeks, so there's never been a better time to tune in for us, because we do transfer reaction better than anyone. Yeah, right. Yeah, you know what? If I've been too optimistic, so sue me. Come at me. Give me the shots. Put them in the comments. I'm stood here ready for it. Yeah, that is it. Liverpool should have been a bit better, but there were enough positives. I thought Alisson was excellent. McAllister was excellent. I thought Van Dijk was very good. Konate was very good. I thought for sections of the game, Gakpo, Szoboszlai, Elliott, Salah, Dìaz, Jones, Doak, and Jota were all really good. Núñez was okay. Robertson was a bit shit. And I thought Trent was much better than people are seemingly saying, because whenever Liverpool concede a goal, it's always Trent's fault. People don't know what they're talking about. Right, sound. Thank you. More to come from us. Do get that 50% subscription discount on Redmen Plus while you can. Fill your boots to that Bobby Firmino documentary series if you can as well. Oh, and our book, yes, our Bobby Firmino book. It's here. It's amazing. It's filled with incredible photos, stories, galleries, pictures, stats, and a hell of a lot more as well. If you're a Bobby Firmino fan, or you know someone who's a Bobby Firmino fan, our brand new book is available on redmanmerch.com right now. It's huge, it's prestige, it's limited edition, and there's a signed edition as well from the authors. So head to redmanmerch.com and get one of them. Anyway, I'm going to take my optimism, I'm going to have some dinner, and I'm going to go home and make myself even happier in ways that I can't explain on the internet. Yeah. Thank you so much. See you all soon. Ta-da. Much for checking out the show today. If you need more Liverpool content in your life, whether it's podcasts, videos, interviews, or great Liverpool documentaries, head over and subscribe to redmenplus.com today. It funds everything we do across all the free platforms, and we give you amazing content each and every week.